Dating the wrong person can your music career. Let's go. My very first boyfriend told me that I sucked at singing and that I should just write songs for other people. Can you imagine if I had listened to him? I've now traveled 6 continents around the world. I've made 7 figures in music as an independent artist. That's why it's so important for you to find people that believe in you. Whoever your partner is, they need to believe in you and they need to believe in what you're doing. It's already hard enough to be successful. It's already hard enough to try and make it in music. You know, we're trying to stay inspired. We're trying to stay motivated. But if you have someone that's telling you every day that you're not good enough or that your dreams aren't realistic or those types of things, it's just going to weigh you down. You know, and because you care about this person or you're in love with them or whatever it is, their words carry a lot of weight. So whatever they tell you, you start to believe. So whatever they're putting in your ear, that becomes your thoughts too. Like if you know that you have a talent and you have this dream, that's your dream. And other people aren't going to understand it. And that's okay because it's not their dream. But what you have to do is you have to decide, well, I want to be in this relationship with this person who's toxic to my dreams. This is your choice and this is going to affect your career. The choices that you make inside your business and outside of your business are really going to affect your music career insanely. You think about your personal life. Like I always think about it as like weights on your ankles. That's how I look at some of the relationships that I had. They weren't lifting me up at all. I mean, it was already like I'm climbing, I'm already going uphill battle just trying to make it in music. And then having someone there putting weights on my ankles and knowing that I allowed it. Like I allowed that to happen. I put I put those weights on my ankle and allowed them to stay there. That even when I knew it was pulling me down, even when I knew that it was affecting my ability to focus and my ability to create music, my ability to, I would say that like there were times when I was in the studio and, I'd be working late and then I would get these texts like, why are you still in the studio with so-and-so? And, if I'm in there with a male producer, I must be making out with him. I must be cheating on my boyfriend with this producer because there's no way that I'm creating music this late. And it's hard and people won't understand. And it's up to you to decide, like, I got to chop this weight off of my ankles right freaking now because those decisions will affect your music career. Now, you can choose to stay in the relationship, sure, and it's going to weigh you down. Anybody that's bothering you about, hey, are you in the studio with someone? Why are you there with them? What are they saying? Did you tell them that you had a boyfriend? Are you, put me on speakerphone so I can talk to them or whatever the issue is or however crazy they are. Or I'm coming down to the studio right now to come talk to him or whatever amount of crazy. You have craziness. I had a lot of craziness in my life. I remember when I was performing, like most of my ex-boyfriends were like, oh my God, I love that you sing. Like they loved it at first. They loved that I could sing. They loved that people would come to my shows. They loved that, there were fans in the audience. And after a while, they would get really insecure. And then they would come to my shows and they'd be like, why did you talk to that guy at the piano? Why did you take a picture with that other guy? Why did you let that one guy put his arm around you and take a selfie? Because they're a fan, you idiot. Like, what am I supposed to say? They come up, oh, Christine, oh my God, I love your songs. And I'd love to take a picture. I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. It's the stupidest I've ever heard. Or imagine like they come up and they're like, I just really would like to book you for a show. I have a birthday party coming up. Well, I'm sorry, mister. You're out of luck because I have a boyfriend. Like, are you serious right now? That's what I'm supposed to say? I don't even think it makes sense in their own head. I think they're just so insecure. They don't know what to do about it. They can't control the situation. They can't control you. And this is the thing. If you have a musical gift, it's powerful. You can heal people, inspire people. People are going to hear your voice. I've had people hear me singing and then they were drawn to the room and now they're hanging out with me for hours while I'm singing. And that's a beautiful thing. But a lot of people can be very insecure about that. They start off loving that about you and then all of a sudden now they hate it and they want to like hide you. It's kind of like, I always think about like a beautiful bird that's like flying around and has beautiful feathers and someone's like, wow, that's a beautiful bird. I want it for myself. And then they take that little bird and then they put it in a cage. And then they forget why they even like that bird. They're just like, no one else can like this bird because it's my bird. I'm putting it in this cage. Nobody else is allowed to look at you. And now it becomes this really toxic relationship with the bird because you don't want to let it go be free. even though that's the reason why the person fell in love with the bird in the first place. They fell in love with its beautiful feathers or its ability to fly. And now the bird is told, oh, you think you're all bad because you can fly, little bird? And so now the bird's like, well, maybe I'm not that good. Maybe I just shouldn't even fly. And then the bird starts losing its colors. And then the bird can't fly like it used to. And then the bird forgets who it is. It's a very sad analogy, but it's true. You know, I had ex-boyfriends that would say, they would criticize me for talking to my fans. Again, they would be like, oh, you must think you're better than other people. Or they would say things like, you know, everyone else is really nice to you, so I'm going to be mean to you. Yeah, that's a great idea. There's people out there that will legitimately try to bring you down simply because you have a gift, and it's up. Seriously. There was a study at Harvard where they studied different couples that both, you know, they were going through general business. It wasn't in the music industry, but they saw how it affected people's businesses. And this is what they found. People put more time in at work when their intimate relationships are going well because the absence of drama at home gives them greater emotional, cognitive, and physical vigor to bring to the workplace. The study highlights that many of us often take for granted that being happy at home leads to being happier, more productive, and more successful at work. Look, I know if I'm dating someone that I really like, this makes me excited to create music. This makes me excited to write songs about them. Like, it's just totally different experience than if someone's calling me when I'm at the recording studio and saying, why are you there? Are you hooking up with the producer? Are you really at the studio? Do you like him? Do I have things to be worried about? Like, now I can't even write songs. Now I can't think about it. Now I'm in a rush because I feel like I got to get home. Now I'm all stressed out. Like, no. Now, does it mean that you can't have a relationship at all? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that you need a good, healthy relationship. Like I said, having someone that like really like brings light into your life and lights a fire in your soul, that makes you feel like you can do anything. And when you feel like you can do anything, you can. Being in the wrong type of relationship can do a lot of things to you. 1, you're not in a good headspace. 2, your energy gets totally screwed up. 3, they might be super crazy and like take all your stuff. Like, I had an ex-boyfriend that literally took all my instruments, my microphone, like literally thousands of dollars of equipment. And he was like, if you want it, you got to come over and get it. And I was like, no, you can keep it. I'm moving on with my life. I don't even care about that equipment. That's other stuff that I can buy. I just let him keep all of it, literally thousands of dollars of keyboards and microphones and all those stuff, because he was so incredibly toxic. I just needed him out of my life. And who steals your stuff and holds it hostage? A crazy person. Life is really a race, and you need a partner that's going to be helping you along, not putting weights on your ankle. Not someone that's going to make you question your talents and your gifts and question whether you can even make it in this industry. At the end of the day, get rid of the excess baggage. Make space so when the right person comes around, you're going to have a special place for them. I'm Christine Morel, everybody. Good luck, and I'll see you on the next one.